Hello and welcome to Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you out to the shed of many names on this cold, rainy night, and we're going to talk about vacuum sealing jars. I've had a few questions come up about it, and I was also blessed with a brake bleeder. I'm going to show you again how to use it, as well as the special tops you'll need to vacuum seal your jars. So with that being said, let's get busy talking about vacuum sealing. Now, I do a lot of dehydrating, and I've had a couple of questions. Do I vacuum seal my jars after I dehydrate and store them in the jars? Yes, I do. I have already popped the top on 4 jars to show you the 2 different ways that you can vacuum seal. One, I prefer the brake bleeder way because it will always work no matter what. Power's off, storm's going, you're still going to be able to use it because it works by your own strength of your hands and your arm muscles. The electric food sealer has a vacuum sealer attachment on it. Now, it'll work as long as you have electricity, but a lot of people are off grid, so the brake bleeder will work a whole lot better. So let's get started. Now, before you can vacuum seal any jars, you're going to need these 2 lids right here. This one is for a regular mouth jar, and this one is for a wide mouth jar. It don't matter what size wide mouth it is, doesn't matter what size regular mouth jar it is, it's all going to work. So I'm going to start with, like I said, I popped the tops on these, and the best thing is you can keep using the same top over and over. When you have to open it, you can use the same top to reseal it back. And this way you know that the seal is off. I can't lift the jar at all. Now what you're going to do is take your regular sized mouth top. Push it on, make sure that it's snug and it's not moving. Now we're going to use the electric one first. Have to get it ready. And this little attachment just fits right here. You see where let's see, there we go. You can see where the ring is. You're going to set it right on top of that. Make sure your machine is cut on. You push the button. And you know it's done. You can hear the machine change sounds. Gently take your top off. That jar is sealed. And you just you can leave the band off or put it back on. Now, I have my big jar of yeast here. I popped the top. We're going to use the wide mouth lid. We're going to put it on there, make sure it's good and tight, it's snug. And as you can see, your little vacuum attachment, it's going to fit right where that ring's at. And the minute your button light goes off, you move it. Gently take your lid off. That baby is sealed. It's not going anywhere. and your top is not popping. Okay, that is the electric food sealer or food saver, and it has the vacuum sealing attachment. They are wonderful and work very well. If you have electricity, what if you come across a situation that you don't have electricity? And yes, I did check. The one that was sent to me does work. Thank gracious. I was worried about it. Now this will take a little bit longer to set up. Now the two lids come with a hose to put on here and on. I cut the other end off because I don't use it. And you just make a clean cut. That's how I do it. You don't have to. And this is the brake bleeder kit. You want to make sure that it has never been used to bleed brakes. This is only used for sealing your jars. Take your band off. You can see that there's nothing sealing that. Okay, and I'm going to want to, I think it's this one. Whoop. Okay. You're going to want to take this attachment and put it into the hose. See, it's a snug fit. This is your hand pump, the main part of your brake bleeder. You're going to want to put this in to keep that from sliding. Hold on a minute. Oh, there we go. And you're going to want to get that hose up on there very well. Okay. Now this attachment will attach to here. And believe me, they fit very snugly. Okay, I'm going to close this sliding thing. Alright, this is a regular mouth jar. You're going to want to use your regular mouth lid. Make sure it's on there good and snug. Now this end you want to keep on it because it fits down into the hole that's in top and the top of your jar. As long as my tendonitis doesn't kick in, you're going to keep... Okay, hold on. We're going to have to find, there is... Oh, I know what it is. My bad. Oh my gracious. I forgot to put on a part. Oh lordy, that thing's on there. Is it going to work? No. It might be this end. I should have had it already set up, but I wanted to show y'all how to do it. There we go. It's building up. You got to make sure all your connections are good and tight. And you're going to keep pumping till you get to 20 pounds of pressure. It's not hard to do at all. And this way, if you're off grid, you can do it and don't have to worry about using any solar power or anything. And you might have to switch hands up. And you'll feel it getting really tight. And once you get to 20 pounds, this jar is sealed. Take your lid off, your top off gently. No pops. Your jar is safely vacuum sealed. Now your bigger jars, because you see the lids off, your bigger jars will take a little bit longer pumping because you've got to vacuum out more air than the smaller jars. But your wide mouth lid, now you can use this for wide mouth jellies, pints, quarts. These are half gallons. And you just fit your top in there. And you want to make sure that it is flush with the top of your lid. The further you can get this hose up onto here is the better. There we go. It just takes a while because there's so much air to get out. And you want to get it up. Now don't worry if you start seeing your product settle, what you've dehydrated settle down, because as the air's being sucked out, the product will be pushed down. Sometimes it will pull the product up. The vacuum can get so strong. And once you start getting past 15, it gets a little easier. Like I said, the bigger jars just take a little bit longer, because that's a lot of air to have to pump out. We're almost there. Like I said, this is perfect for if you're off grid and you don't have electricity and you don't have a solar system. This works great. This works great also if the grid goes down. You don't have to worry about your jars. You can open them, use what you need out of it, and seal them right back up. And I love these brake bleeder kits. They work wonders. And in the process, you get good strong arms. Okay, we are up. take it off gently. You can see that the lid is popped down. That baby is completely sealed. Look at that. That jar is vacuum sealed. Simple, easy. Anybody can do this. And what I do is I take it apart. Like I said, it takes a while. Because once you get it on there, it's on there. But you have to take this one hose off of your brake bleeder part. I'll put it on there too good. And it doesn't help that my hands are hurting thanks to the weather. There we go. Whew. And of course I always put it back up after every use, because you don't want anything to happen to it. And what I do is I just put this right into the case. I don't take it apart, because if I vacuum with that, I do not need this hose at all. I only need this hose if I... Uh-oh. I only need this... Well, it's going to be cantankerous. I only need that hose if I'm using the handheld brake bleeder. And into the case, it's all ready to go. Now these are sold as a set together. There for the longest time, they were almost impossible to get a hold of. But that is what you need. You have to have those, unfortunately, to be able to do any vacuum sealing. Let me get my chair. But as you can see, simple, easy. Anybody can do the vacuum sealing. You have 2 ways to vacuum seal. And it's a wonderful thing. Look at that. And yes, my fingers are on the lid. That baby is vacuum sealed, and it's not coming undone. Now, do you get 100% of the air out? No. But you get really close to having all the air out. Now, if you wanted to, you could add air packets, air absorbers, and moisture absorbers. I don't, because I know my produce that's in here is bone dry. So, I'm not worried about it having moisture. But look at that. That is held by the lid, and it's sealed. I hope this answers the questions of those that have been asking me. I'm sorry it took a while for me to get it. Also wanted to say thank you so much for the gift of this brake bleeder and the tops for the jars, because even though the box looked like a shark attacked it and tried to eat it, in this nice heavy case, it still works. Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comment section below. I will answer them as soon as possible. I hope you enjoyed this video, and it encourages you to also vacuum seal your dehydrated goods. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and may you each be blessed. I'll see you soon.